As instructional coaches, we all know how important it is to build trust and positive relationships with the teachers that we're working with. Today, I wanted to share with you one tool that I've added to the coaching toolkit that's been really helpful to me as I get to know new coachees that I'm working alongside. I've added a relationship template. So I go ahead and print this relationship template off and I 3-hole punch it and put it in my coaching binder. I find it's really helpful because it helps me to be more purposeful about getting to know the coachee both in school and outside of school, which helps us to build a stronger relationship and to build more trust. So let me show you one example so we can talk about some of the things that I've included on here. And hopefully this will be a helpful tool for you as well. Okay, so I pulled this out of my coaching binder, and this is for a coach that I'm currently working with. Up at the top, you can see the coachee's name, and then I have right here just the best times to meet. I find this is really helpful because if I want to just pop in, say good morning, say good afternoon, check to see how things are going, drop off some books, whatever it might be, I want to make sure that I'm doing it at a time that's not going to interrupt teaching time or planning time or whatever that might be. And so like in this instance, the best times to pop in to see this teacher are 9:05 to 10 o'clock, except on Tuesdays, because on Tuesdays she has a grade level meeting earlier in the morning before school. And so that plan time is all the more precious on Tuesdays. So I try to just avoid Tuesdays in general. The next thing that I have on the template is just these 2 things that are really just reminders for me. Did I ask permission to work together, and did I discuss confidentiality? I just like to have those there to make sure that it's not something that's overlooked as we dive into the work together. In the yellow box, then I've included space to write things that I learn and know about the teacher. It could be academically based, teaching, focused, or personal and outside of school. And so I just noted about this particular teacher, like she loves skiing. She has a pool and a volleyball set up at her house that they just renovated, and she likes to host a lot of summer gatherings. She has 3 kids. She was a stay-at-home mom. Now that her kids are older, she came back into teaching. She has a high schooler and 2 college-age students, and she's very busy with them. She has, different games that she's always traveling to. One son plays hockey, another one plays baseball. And so she spends a lot of her after school time watching and cheering on her kids. She did previously teach reading in another district where she was a reading teacher, and she also was a remote teacher for 2 years. So, as I collect and get to know these things, it's just helpful for me to see her as a whole person and what different kinds of variables and things she has going on in her life besides just that in-classroom instructional time that our coaching work might be focusing on. Over on the side, I have a little spot to write a positive mantra. So for each teacher that I work with, I write a positive mantra about them, just based off of what I've observed. And I think this is really important because whether we verbally communicate it or not, our thoughts and beliefs about a teacher are going to show, and they're going to, come through in some way. And so when I'm working with a teacher, I always filter that time together, whether I'm, we're having a collaborative conversation or planning or co-teaching or I'm observing teaching, whatever it is, I filter everything through this positive mantra. And in this instance, the positive mantra that I came up with for her is she has high expectations and lots of compassion for her students. So as I'm listening to her, I'm thinking, yeah, she's got high expectations. She does. She's a go-getter. She pushes her kids. She's so compassionate too. Like the way that she interacts with her students is just so kind and considerate and respectful. Some other things that I've included on this template, down at the bottom, I just have some place to just jot some strengths that I've noticed. So in her instance, she's extremely explicit in her teaching. And she knows how to utilize balanced literacy components really well and how to juggle that. She dives right into new teaching without, much hesitation. And she's a great collaborator. She's very respectful of the other teachers on her team and loves to collaborate with me. She's a team player and very optimistic. And then some favorite things of hers that some I've just observed and some we've talked about specifically. She loves Take Fives. That's her favorite candy. There's certain candles and scents of candles that are her favorites from Bath and Body Works. She loves nachos. Those are her favorite all-time snack. Coffee, she likes black with French vanilla creamer. And her favorite pen, which we've actually had lengthy discussion about because it is an amazing pen, is the Precise V5 Pilot. And so I like to note these things because when I notice that a coachee is working really hard and we're just, we've got our sleeves rolled up and we're diving into the work together, like I might pop in one day during that 9:05 to 10 o'clock time and bring her a coffee with some French vanilla creamer. Just these little things that, don't cost much, but, might go a long way in just further strengthening that relationship. So there is a back side, and on the back side, I just have reminders. In this instance, I don't have anything else, noted here, but sometimes I run out of room on the front. And if I have a longer standing relationship, coaching relationship, or, work with a particular teacher, then I might, have additional things jotted on the back side as well. So, and like I said, this template's just helpful for me because it helps me to be more purposeful about thinking about these things and talking about these things. And I put it right in the front of my coaching binder for that particular teacher. And so then I'm always reminded of it as well. So, when I pop into her room, I can ask her, how's hockey going? And, and ask about how things at home are, so I'm bringing in some of that personal side as well, which just really strengthens our relationship. So hopefully you'll find this template, this tool helpful for you too. It's in digital form, so you'll have access to it and you can use it as is, or you can tweak it to make it your own as well.